So I have this particular friend of mine who is shady. When I say shady, I mean he's very shady, right? He practically likes to get on your nerves by making silly jokes. He says things that get you really angry. And the funny part is that when you try to flare up about this particular joke that he makes, right, he responds by telling you, I was just joking. Everyone knows I'm a jovial person. Now, he's actually a very jovial person, right? But he consistently gets on your nerves by making silly jokes, jokes that makes you feel bad or jokes that makes you feel less of yourself. He does that to me and does that to our other friends. And this particular friend, we have been friends for God knows how long, right? Apart from him, I've had a couple of persons like this around me, right, who has been making some silly jokes that makes me feel less. At some point in my life, I feel like I was jokingly in quotes, I was constantly being bullied for reasons I can't even figure out. But at some point in my life, when I woke up to self value, to realizing self worth, I had to put a stop to that. And as a result, honestly, I lost friends. I had to distance from a lot of people, some people, because they could not stand me realizing my self worth in the long run. Okay, you know, when people have known you for years and then they see you again the next year and you're responding differently from how you used to respond before, at this point, there's definitely going to be a shift. Those who understand that you have grown will stay, and those who don't understand that you have grown will definitely go, and that's okay. Let them go. So, going through all of that experience brings me to this topic. Let's talk about some subtle but more powerful energy that people pass to you through jokes. The energy in this context refers to how you feel when some silly jokes are passed on to you. This could come from your friends, your close pals, your classmates, or people that know you too well. You know, not every joke is a joke. Some jokes carry messages, some jokes carry opinions, some jokes carry hidden judgments. And if you're not careful, you're going to laugh along while slowly accepting the energy that chips away your confidence. That's what I learned. Have you ever noticed how some jokes are repeated around you about your looks, about your background, about your dreams? There are some jokes that people joke with you, and it even causes you to go back home and question your intelligence. And you know, in most cases, when this type of jokes are being passed, everyone laughs, and sometimes you even laugh too. You even laugh the loudest. But deep down, you know that something does not just sit right with this joke. You're not comfortable with it, but this is you laughing because you don't want people to see you weak, or you're trying to suppress that feeling. Henceforth, don't you ever try to suppress that feeling, that bad feeling that you get when people make silly jokes to you, because that feeling, it matters a lot. Don't overlook it. You know, sometimes what's labeled as just joking is actually a disguised form of condescension. It's a socially acceptable way to test how much disrespect you are willing to tolerate. And now, listen carefully. Being sensitive doesn't mean you're weak. Being aware makes you even more powerful. So if a particular type of joke is consistently making you feel small, is making you feel less intelligent, making you feel less attractive and less capable, that's not humor, that's positioning. So you should never accept a position that is beneath who you are. You must, in this context, you must learn to read energy and not words. And this is a very sensitive topic. And oh, dear parents, you have to teach your kids this from their childhood, because some of the things that I knew as an adult, I always wish I knew them as a child. Life would have been much more easier, and some of the people that I gave the privileges around me would never have found a way in. Here's what I learned in the long run, right? I learned a key, and I would like to share. I have to learn that when those type of jokes are being thrown to you, you don't have to respond with anger. You don't have to respond with drama. You don't even have to probably sound defensive. The best thing to do is just return the energy to jokingly. After all, we are all joking, isn't it? And another thing is that always make sure that you make the people who pass on this joke to you, make them feel worse that they made you feel bad. If they made you feel bad, make them feel even worse. And when you're saying it, say it with confidence. You know, say it with wit, say it with calm authority. Because when you value yourself, you don't absorb low energy, you redirect it. You can't make me feel bad jokingly. I will make sure I make you feel worse jokingly. You know, sometimes it's just a signal, you know, a playful response that subtly sets boundary, and that's just enough. It's a way of you saying, I know what you're doing, but I'm not that person, or I'm not ready to take that. As simple as that. Remember, these people will only joke with what they know that you can tolerate. And if you keep laughing at jokes that diminishes you, you silently give permission for more of these jokes to come. Don't esteem yourself just to fit in. Don't shrink just to make people comfortable. Honestly, I'm telling you, don't trade your dignity for group acceptance. You can be humble and still have standards. You can be kind and still command respect. You can laugh and still protect your energy. Because you know what? At the end of the day, confidence is not meant to be loud. Confidence is meant to be aware. Confidence knows the difference between personal and being playful. So when it is personal, we know. When it is playful, we know. You cannot sugarcoat it. So guard your energy at all costs and honor your worth in the best that you can. And never let any joke rewrite how you see yourself. Have a great day. Cheers.